Sule ji.
Sir, I stand on behalf of the Nationalist Congress Party, Sharad Pawar, in support of this bill, the protection of interests in aircraft projective bids. I would take this opportunity to congratulate the young two ministers, Mr. Naidu and Sri Mohol. It's a coincidence that Mr. Mohol is just first time got elected and he comes from the same city. We share a border in my constituency. He comes from Pune city and I come from Baramati. But Mr. Naidu, and what's nice about this entire bill is when Rudy ji talked about opening the skies. I remember those days in India when you had to endlessly be on waiting lists. And then it was the visionary leader, Sri Manmohan Singh ji, who unfortunately we lost, who truly opened up the skies for this country. And that's when the airports opened up. I remember going to these airports which are really little, which has now completely changed the face and the economy of this entire aviation field, as well as many, many services. It was an indigenous program, Atmanirbhar Bharat, which was started under the leadership of late Sri Manmohan Singh ji. And that was the time we had most wonderful, that was actually the time India really knew what service was in the aviation industry. We even were global players. We had Jet Airways flying to London, to New York. We had Kingfisher flying globally. Many, many of such big success stories. And about the Go Airways Airlines, which many people going to Phuket, going to Maldives. And we were truly become a global failure. But clearly there was something in the lip and the cup and in the policy actually, which should have been intervened at that time. This is a good bill, but it's a delayed bill. Actually, justice delayed is justice denied. I wish this government, when actually Go Airways needed the help, when all the other, Kingfisher needed help, in whatever way now, who did it, what the promoter did, that's not what I'm getting into. What I'm simply getting to, had they stepped in to save these three, be it Go, be it Jet Airways or be it Kingfisher, these were all wonderful international brands which Indian people had built. And thousands of people who were actually international players by getting jobs, be it the pilots, be it the hostesses and the support staff. But it's unfortunate what happened. But better late than never, I congratulate both Mr. Mohol and Mr. Naidu for bringing in this bill. There was just 3 or 4 very small points I'd like to highlight, which most of my colleagues have mentioned, but I'd like to reiterate, is the strengthening of the dispute resolution mechanism. I think this is most critical in this bill. And what my colleague even Krishna ji said, it's about the timelines of the rule making. The reason those 3 airlines collapsed was there was no strong dispute mechanism, nor were the rules ready. And the clause 6, which Mr. Premchandran has mentioned, is the insolvency. The word in that is the remedies. I think this is most critical. How is this insolvency clause 6 going to really expand into a reality is something what we need a clarification for. DGCA, more interaction. DGCA needs to be more interactive. There's a mention of this as well. If you are really going to be so interactive and engaging with every stakeholder, where even the airlines need to have more easy access to DGCA because they're both on the same time. They're on the same side. DGCA is not competing with airlines. So if they're more better, friendlier, warmer relationship of trust, I'm sure the airlines will be far more efficiency. One small point, which actually it was just a coincidence that today Hardeep Puri ji talked about all the fuels that he talked about. We welcome that step, but the whole point of fuels is what are the targets? If we are saying we want greener, even the sustainable aviation fuel, the prices which all my colleagues are talking about, when will this government keeps talking about innovation, but the innovation is worth it not just for them to clap for each other, but is when the consumer gets the benefit of it. So unless the fuel prices go down, because they vary from state to state, so unless the taxes on the fuel prices go down, be it what Hardeep Puri ji was saying this morning or what Mr. Naidu faces in the aviation field, unless the taxes don't go down and the good green fuels don't come in, this problem is never going to get solved. So I take this opportunity to tell them that try, innovate globally. A lot of big changes in this airline industry. It's a volatile industry. I disagree with Mr. Krishna ji with full humility that he says that there are people who are talking ill. I don't think so. An aspirational Indian today, whether it's railways or it's airline, are traveling because there are times railway fares and the airline fare are similar. So I think it's not fair to say that, it's an airline as always. Nobody's talking ill about them. All we expect from the airline industry is be punctual and make sure all the tickets are affordable, because a lot of mismanagement in that. So if the punctuality is done and the airline fares are better and good fuel is done, I'm sure India's business, and we'll be a big global player like Emirates and other big players. So I support this bill, and I congratulate both these young two ministers who are truly trying to make a difference in India aviation ministry. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable.